Should we do it?
Let's
Very nice to see you both again.
Uh,
Actually, I've never left. I've been rather lost in what retrospect informs me is some kind of airing cupboard.
See, normally this is how we'd start the show, but we're going to have to get rid of that because we're going to have lots of new listeners today because this is a very special episode. I'm Rob Heaney.
Well, I won't kiss you. My tusks are coming back.
I'm
Nick Doody.
And I'm Tara Flynn.
Yeah, we've got the A-team in today because this is the Bill Hicks special. This is Doubling Up.
Welcome.
So, welcome indeed, everyone. I'm guessing this is the weird thing. We're gonna have lots of new listeners today.
Are we?
We better have.
Really?
We better have. We've got a fucking Bill Hicks interview, and it's not a trick. I know lots of people are going to think this is some kind of gimmick.
But we do have to clarify though. He's not here. He isn't. He's not here.
No. And neither is the person interviewing him, really, because that young child, he changed, didn't he, Nick?
He died so many years ago.
Yes, it's Bill Hicks and our Nick. Woo!
Yay!
It's from the past. It's been whooshed here in a time machine, but it's absolutely perfect and intact.
How did it happen?
I had started doing stand-up, right, at college. I'd done 10, 12 gigs, something like that, over the course of a year and a bit. So it's my second year at college. And a friend of mine who's editing the student newspaper goes, and he says, well, Nick, you're really into comedy. Do you fancy interviewing Jack D for the paper? And I said, I'll think about it, I'll get back to you. And I thought about it, and at first I was like, do you know what, I don't really fancy doing that, because he's a proper grown-up stand-up, and I'm a sort of just started wannabe stand-up with about 10, 12 gigs under my belt, stretching over a year and a bit. And so I'm thinking, I'm just gonna ask, what's the best way to get better at stand-up? Do you have any numbers? Just loads of questions that are of no interest whatsoever to the readers, whatever. And then I started thinking, well, or maybe it'd be a more interesting interview. Maybe I've at least done what he's done, and I'd start asking questions and then gradually I taught myself into it, and then couldn't get hold of him. So having come round to this, right, come on, quite motivated, I'm going to interview fucking Jack D. Yeah. I found the theatre, they didn't have a number, phoned the agency, they weren't putting me through, and now I just had this kind of, I want to interview someone now.
I'm going to interview someone.
Exactly.
Anyone.
Yeah. All right. Who else is on? I did check the listings and then saw it. Oh, next Saturday, Bill Hicks. And I knew who he was from that Christmas when Channel 4 had played Relentless, and me and my brother had watched it, pissing ourselves. Like, just one of the funniest bits of stand-up I'd ever seen, and also just that extra edginess that I hadn't really seen that sort of stuff before. And we'd watched it with our hand on the volume control of the TV, which is quite embarrassing because I was 19 or maybe just 20.
You didn't have a remote?
We only had just got a colour TV. That's a lie. We'd had one for years. Not as many years as you might think.
Do you know what? It's not as dramatic though when you say, we were sitting there with the remote in our hand. It doesn't sound as much as one hand on the telly, on the knob, ready to go.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was, yeah. No, we didn't have a remote.
Oh, right.
This was the 90s. Who had remotes then?
What year was it exactly? That was
1992.
92, okay.
Or the Christmas would have been the Christmas of 91.
It's 92 because you will soon hear, folks, that it is revealed at one point.
Oh, I missed it, and I did listen to it through.
Oh yeah, because we're both holding up newspapers.
Yes, we've got Hicks lashed to a chair at one point, but that's only in the video. So.
You know that I listened to it with Jason John Whitehead on the train. We listened in. We both sat there with our headphones on, like laughing away. The best bit is in the middle when you say you're giving up smoking. Nothing changes.
No, fucking hell. Well, so what happened was I rang the theatre. They gave me, I think, the tour manager's number. The manager went through to the PR person, something like that. Yeah. So, 3 or 4 phone calls later, I've got this arrangement. Okay, Bill will call you at 11 o'clock exactly, and will speak to you for no more than, I think, 15 minutes. Maybe it's 12, I can't remember. So I'm just there, sitting on the stairs in my student house. I've been in for about a month, with my mates Walkman, which has record on it, and his tape, because I didn't have a spare tape, and also his microphone, which I blue-tacked to the ear part of the receiver. It's very much how we record this podcast.
Nothing's changed.
I'm being tacked to the chair right now.
And then, yeah.
You did ask for that, then.
I did, yeah. I like it.
It wasn't on the chair either. You just arrived with blue tack just covering your ass.
Begged for it. So there you are on the stairs.
Yeah, and
Sorry, we got lost for a second there, didn't we?
And the phone goes, which it's that thing. Even if you do an interview now, even the other way round, you know, if someone's like papers calling you to interview you, there's still a weird thing. Just that weird feeling where you're going, someone's going to phone me. Gotta be ready for the call. I always find I just find that. Do you not find that? I find that so weird.
I know what you mean,
feeling.
because it's almost like knowing the future in a really weird
you're
way.
expecting a specific call, and you can't just, oh hey, how are you? Because you know it's coming. It's a bit weird. Anyway.
And I always then think of a million things I need to do immediately between me and that call happening, and it's like
forget anything that you were going to say.
I can't even floss. Why don't they call now?
Sure. Your blue tack pants aren't nearly finished.
But it's great. It's an absolutely brilliant call. It's really, really endearing. It's brilliant how clear and sort of honest he is with you, and you seem to get the best out of him.
Shall we listen to it?
Yeah.
I find this incredibly embarrassing.
It's brilliant.
Because I've just turned 20 here. This is a long time ago. I can't even like my accent either. It's around the time. There's only a few months after my accent started switching into southernish.
Yeah, I think you'll all spot this. We really don't need to tell you about this. So
anyway, yeah, the phone goes, and that's where this starts.
In 1992.
Bill Hicks?
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hey, right. Just get on with it then. How many tours have you done in Britain so far?
I've toured once before. This is my 5th time performing. Now, the other 3 were in London.
Yeah. Have you noticed any difference between American and British audiences?
Well, I think the venues I'm playing, the theaters mainly, and some colleges, that the audiences have a very respectful attitude towards the performer. It's almost as though if you're on stage, you've earned it in some way, and they give you an opportunity to really explore ideas, not necessarily be funny every 3 seconds, which you have to be in the States. I like that a lot. There's a more literary type of background here than the 56 channels of TV we're grazed on in our minds, subsequently ruined by.
Yeah.
So there, that's a compliment.
Do you not do so much in, say, universities and colleges in the States?
I do them there too, but it's more mixed with the normal way, which is the nightclubs for extended runs, you know, not a theater for one night. I'll play a 400, 500 seat nightclub for 5 nights as opposed to one theater for one night.
Yeah.
And subsequently, you're in a bar, and there's a lot of distractions, and you're dealing with drunk people, which I don't find appealing whatsoever. Don't like hecklers, never did, never thought of it as part of the deal.
No.
I don't go to a movie and try and add my own scenes onto it. And I don't go to watch a guy paint and throw paint on the fucking canvas.
Yeah. Yeah,
Every other analogy that I don't do.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried it. I've had glasses thrown at me and stuff. All great fun, yeah.
Oh, you do comedy as well?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. How do you see yourself, like, within the tradition of American performers?
Well, I guess the only similar one I could find would be the myth of Lenny Bruce, which is what's real doesn't matter. The myth is that he was a guy who spoke sort of seemingly off the cuff about things that he actually felt strongly about, and dissected hypocrisy and mores and traditions and superstitions and religion, and tried to find a more logical, sane way of expressing of life, and that would be the one. Maybe I'm making up my own tradition. If so, then that's the case.
Well, you're not the only one who said it. Definitely.
Right.
I mean, do you have a definite message, or is it